Old Reliable from White2Tea. What's up everybody, Eric here from Tea and Tobacco. Today I'm going to be looking at this ripe everyday pu-erh. So let's go. So today I am looking at this Ripe Puer from White2Tea called Old Reliable. It is the 2015 pressing, but I believe they're all sold out in 2015, so you'll have to get a more recent year. But from what I've been told, they're pretty consistent year to year, so that shouldn't be a big deal. So today I have 5 grams in my 120 ml gaiwan here. I am using 200-degree water, and I am going to do 2 quick rinses just to get everything warmed up and opened up. So for the first infusion here, I'm going to do basically a straight pour off right away. So this brews up pretty much a nice golden honey color with a slight reddish tint. Let me give you the right one here. Before I taste this, let me get the scent off the dry leaves here. Almost has no scent at all. It actually has just a very, very mild Elmer's glue type of scent. Kind of weird. The wet leaves, roasted grass, bit earthy, touch of cocoa, touch of coffee in there, and a little bit of peat moss. The first infusion is pretty nice. It's slightly sweet, honeysuckle, a little bit of citrus in there, slight touch of earth, but those are definitely going to build as the infusions go on here. I'm going to show you here the wet leaves. It's mostly pretty much a shredded, it's pretty much just small bits and pieces of stem and shredded leaves. So it's not like a super high quality, but it's blended more for an everyday use and to keep the price down. So second infusion, I'm going to do pretty much the same thing. I'm going to do a pour off right away. It brews up pretty fast, and if you don't, you get some pretty heavy, some very heavy earthy, mushroomy notes in the early stages of this thing. So the second infusion is a lot darker. It's definitely a deep honey color now with some slight reddish tinge to it. All right, so for the second infusion here, slightly upped on some earthy notes. Still have that sweetness in there, a little bit of honeysuckle and citrus, a little bit of roasted grass, kind of dry grass. Really no bitterness at the moment, no mouth drying feel. It feels pretty thick with good body, but it's not super overpowering in flavor or anything like that. So far so good. Hat of the day, today I'm wearing a wool classic Kangol 504. Link is down in the description if you are interested. It's pretty much your quintessential Kangol flat cap. All right, so for the third infusion here, I'm going to, again, do a quick pour off because this is very dark right away, right off the bat. And as you can see, now going into the third infusion, we just keep getting a darker, deeper red, brown red. All right, so now the dark earthy tones are definitely coming up more. There's a little bit of mushroom in there. You still have a hit of that honeysuckle kind of sweetness, and then it morphs into the finish, which is a drying coffee note. Yeah, definitely just a dark, almost burnt coffee note at the end. All right, so going into the fourth infusion here, I'm going to probably do about a 10-second here. This is kind of the peak of this particular tea, where then you want to start extending some times out. One thing to think of if you do happen to, if you think it's a little too overpowering, it can get that way if it steeps too long. You can just cut it with a little bit of hot water, and it takes that heavy edge off and it makes it a little more drinkable. You might find that with some other ripe puers too. Just if it brews up too strong, just cut it with a touch of water. Again, it's very nice and dark. In this deeper cup, it's almost, you know, black coffee looking. About the same as last time. Got those deep earth notes, touch of that mushroom on there, and a little bit of that honeysuckle sweetness, and then decaying into the finish of that burnt coffee note. So from here on out, you can probably get at least 8 brewings out of this. I've gone out as far as 12, and it's still really good. I'm a big fan of this, so if you want to check it out, it's over at White2Tea. That's white, the word, to the number, T, .com. They have a lot of proprietary blends of their, you know, house blends and whatnot. So this is Old Reliable Ripe Puer from 2015. Thanks for watching, everybody. Be sure to like and subscribe, comment down below. I've also opened up a Discord, which you can find down in the description, and I will see you next time on Tea and Tobacco. See you guys.